Hello, and welcome to A VO's Journey. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business, sidestep all the crazy things that I seem to step on. Welcome. It is 2023. It is great to be coming to you, doing this video on Tuesday, January 2nd. We made it through another year, and I am thrilled to be sharing with you this topic today because I think it's such an important topic, especially kicking off for 2023. And that is, what are the top mistakes that voice actors make and how to avoid them. All right. So we're going to talk about some of the major mistakes that voice actors make and what you can do to avoid them. All right. So real quick, take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, check out the link below to A VO's Journey Elite Academy. We've got such an exciting year planned moving forward with Academy Voices and adding even more tools to help voice actors grow their voiceover businesses. All right. So let's start off with the first one. So the first one that I see that voice actors make a big mistake on, and that is not properly warming up your voice. It may seem like, we're just chatting and talking, so why do I need to warm up my voice? But it is so important for a variety of reasons. One, we could lose our voice. Two, we could not speak as clearly. Doing tongue twisters, warm-ups, stretching your muscles in your face really allow you to speak better. And, that is our sole purpose, is to get across a message clearly. So it's really important to not make the mistake of not warming up. Some quick things you can do to warm up: stretch your lips, smile, frown, move your mouth, squeeze and release. All right. Do some lip movements, whether it's things like getting things warmed up, then move into some tongue twisters. All right, some poetry even, but something that is going to force you to focus on speaking well, finishing your words, so that the more that you are clear in your mind about how to say something, the easier it is for you to manipulate it. Okay? All right. Number two, using the wrong microphone or recording space. I think this is an important, extremely important part for your voiceover business moving forward in 2023. The space and the treatment that you have is vital to your success. In fact, the quality of your work is directly equated to the quality of your recording space. Okay, the treatment, the soundproofing, whether you've got noise that's too loud in the background or it's too much of an echo, there's too much reverb, there's too much bounce off your walls because you're not treated, the walls aren't treated acoustically well enough. All right, the microphone that you are using. Okay, but again, remember the microphone, needs, you might need to update your microphone, but if you had a choice between the two, update your space first, then update your microphone. Okay, something in a good range, starting off, even like I started off with a USB microphone. You guys know that, but I upgraded. All right, I upgraded to an XLR microphone, and then I upgraded down the road to better microphones. And you can do the same, but that can be a big issue with your audio quality, which will cost you work. Okay, all right. So now, I think for voice actors who are doing a lot of audiobook work, neglecting to take breaks while you're doing your work can cause a lot of damage. When I was doing a lot of audiobook work, I had to start forcing myself to take breaks because I was literally just wearing out my voice. Now, over time, I found that I was getting stronger, right? And my voiceovers, my vocals could handle longer work, but getting yourself breaks is very important. Okay, it's important for a variety of different reasons. The one of the biggest ones is not just your voice, but also your mental stability. There's no way. I recorded for hours and hours and hours straight, and it can drive you a little bit mad, and it's so exhausting. Here's a little tip, and we'll move on to the next one. I found that something that will help you go longer, all right, while you're recording, but also continue to give you a good break. Now, I got this from Scott Brick, too, so I can't take credit for it, but this is something that he does. He says that after every page he reads, he stops, takes a sip of water, collects himself, and starts again. Now, I modified it for me because I was in my booth, and I like to stand when I record. So I would record a page, walk outside of my booth, take a sip of water, walk back in on purpose, and start again. Now, some people are like, oh, that messes up my flow and everything. And I can see that. You know what I mean? And you choose where the best place to break for you is. It might for you particularly. Maybe it's after a chapter, depending on how long the chapter is. Maybe you take a break every chapter. But I like the page effect because it forces me into a rhythm. Now, if the sentence carries on into the next page, finish the sentence. You get the idea. But every page or so, take a break. That'll help be able to help you go longer while you're recording. Okay? All right, next. Not accurately interpreting the script or conveying the desired emotion. I think especially when you are trying to audition and you are working really hard to get work. You are making all this effort, doing all these things, and yet you can't land the job. And you don't know what it is that you're doing wrong. And people are like, yeah, you're doing really good. You have a great voice. I mean, people have probably told you, you've got a great voice. And you might even work with coaches and be like, yeah, your voice is great. I mean, it's not a problem, right? Your interpretation of that script, right, and what they're actually looking for, that can be a massive challenge. And I find that a lot of voice actors make that mistake, all right? So something that we need to do is start to work on adding to, especially in 2023 for you, adding to your repertoire, meaning like adding to your bag of tricks. What are some other styles and emotions that you can add to your interpretations that will, widen the reach that you have to get work? Sometimes I work with people who literally interpret everything the same way. And even if there are directions, a lot of the directions we get, especially for auditions, are very small. All right? I mean, they're not much at all. And we have to make acting decisions based on that. One way that you can expand your horizons is by listening to other people's demos and work. It's hard. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of places to listen to other people's auditions. Okay? But you can listen to other people's work and see how they interpret something. See how the style there. Remember, acting is imitating. So we are imitating emotion, cadence, feelings, and you build that into your bag of tricks. Okay? All right, next, not properly editing or processing your audio. I see this all the time. You need a simple system that works every single time, the same way every single time, right? You should have the same simple system every single time, right? It goes, here's the order. It always goes, you record, it goes EQ, compression, then cleanup, and you're done. Okay, EQ, compression first, then cleanup. Now, if you're doing audiobook work, you might not add compression in there because you're adding an RMS level, which is like compression. Okay? But commercial work and everything, EQ, compression, cleanup work. Okay? Get that editing process down. That is a big mistake, because if you're submitting stuff and your audio sounds awful because you recorded something raw and the raw was okay, but there was some background noise, it might be a little fuzzy, and then you go to edit it and now it sounds like you aren't this, and I mean, I hear it all the time. Get that process down. The last thing I want to talk about is not marketing yourself effectively or networking in the industry. Okay, this is so vital when you first start out, or even when you're down the road. There's, not marketing yourself is a massive mistake. And there are a variety of things that I talk about on this channel, a part of the academy that I always talk about. But you've got to get yourself out there on websites, on pay-to-play sites, on freelance websites, on intermediary sites. Okay, get yourself out there on websites. Get yourself a website yourself. Start to directly reach out to clients. Validate the people, meaning call, email, figure out who are the people, right? And this email isn't about send emails. This video isn't exactly about in depth in that, but I will go in depth later videos. So again, about those specific marketing techniques. But your goal always is trying to find the people who are making the hiring decisions, and then build relationships with them through an email newsletter, through contact on social like LinkedIn, but building that relationship. But you've got to find those people, and then having a way to reach them once you do find them. Okay, so voice actors not marketing themselves is a big problem. So that's how you remedy that, by getting yourself out there on freelance websites, direct marketing. There's agencies, there's studios. Okay, and then the networking events, like going to online and offline conferences, right? Meeting more professionals, meeting people in the industry who are doing stuff, who know other people who are doing stuff. It's important to know, because so much voiceover work comes from voiceover actors too. Okay, because like someone contacts me and they're like, hey, I need so-and-so, I need a female to do this. Well, I'm like, okay, well, that's not me, so I'm going to recommend someone. All right. And now, especially with Academy Voices, right, attached to the Elite Academy, I'm always now representing a bunch of people to get work. But so network, get yourself out there. Look, I hope that this quick list, I didn't want to make this video too long, has helped with what things you shouldn't, big mistakes voice actors make and what you can do to change them, okay? Thank you again so much for watching, and it is good to be with you on January 2nd, a Monday, for the beginning of January of 2023. So awesome. You guys have a wonderful week. Happy New Year. I will talk to you soon. Check out the link below for VO's Journey Elite Academy. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.